And welcome to another Doctor Who 4 review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Ice Warrior that appeared in the Ice Warriors. I've forgotten the year, sorry, I'll tell you when I look at the back. Let's just have a quick look at the packaging. Obviously you've got the picture of an Ice Warrior to the bottom left, and it's Second Doctor era monster, 1966 to 69. And it's just got the Ice Warrior, and it appeared in the Ice Warriors. Oh, sorry, I don't have a any kind of tripod, so sorry. That's there's the old Doctor Who logo, posable action figure, and its ages 5+. So to any parents watching this review, don't buy it if your child is under 5 unless you know that they're mature enough. So let's have a quick look at the back. Sorry, I've cut this open slightly to save time. You'll also have 4 wires to take out if you buy this, one for each arm and leg. In this series, there's a mummy from Pyramids of Mars, 1975. You've got a Vok robot from Robots of Death, 1977. You've got the Ice Warrior from 1967, there we are. Not great on the 60s series. You've got Morbius from 76, and you've got Master from Deadly Assassin, 76, and you've got Earthshock Cyberman from 1982. Obviously it's just your average classic series figure backing, but that's the series that it's in. I think that may be the second wave of figures. So let's open this figure up and have a quick look. Oh my god, it's very difficult packaging to open even if you've opened it already. So, oh, I have no tripod, this is on a music stand. There's the figure. You've got quite a lot of detailing. On the head you have, you can't see it because of the lighting, but they're red eyes, and sort of green shiny head. You've got tiny little bumps on the head. The body is sort of rounded and sort of fat bloke almost stance. You've got no fingers because of course this is an Ice Warrior, so there's no fiddly little bits that are going to break off, which is quite structural. And you've got legs. Most things do have legs, but Davros and the Daleks don't. Right, let's have a look at quick look at articulation. You've got it would do a 360, I think, or whatever you call that, but you've got the armour that's in the way. That goes for both arms. You've got a normal elbow joint. The hands twist, or claws, or whatever you call them. They twist round. I think, yeah, they do a 360. You've got rather limited leggy movement there because of the armour again. It's actually quite normal movement. The thighs do a 360. You've got a normal, first time it's been quite a normal, fairly normal, but because of the armour it's quite restrictive movement. You've got a normal knee joint, and you've got, an ankle that does quite a lot. The head spins all the way around, both ways. Sorry if that wasn't quite in shot. And it's a pretty firm figure. Yeah, it's pretty solid. You're not going to break that one easily, that's for sure. So, actually quite young children, I'd have thought. Actually giving that to a child under 5, so long as they're supervised and quite mature and they don't put loads of things in their mouth. Yeah, that's actually quite a sturdy figure, and probably won't fall apart. So, comparing it to the second Doctor, remember the second Doctor is a bit shorter than most Doctors, but you can get an idea of how big it is. Of course, I have oddly sized hands. So you can sort of get an idea. It's a bit bigger than your average man, as it were, your average man figure. Though if you stand it next to the third Doctor, you're going to have it about the same size. It's quite well proportioned with the second Doctor, let's say that. I think really either the second Doctor is a bit short, a bit too tall for actually compared to lots of other Doctor figures. I think he should actually be a bit shorter, but that's just me. That might just be me thinking that. I think the Ice Warrior should be a little bit bigger in comparison. So that's personally, I'd you know, if you want to really complain about how accurate something looks, that might be something that you might pick up on. The detailing's quite nice. It's quite textured. I don't know whether you can probably see in the camera actually further away because the quality of my camera's not very good. But it's quite bitty and itty. They've obviously added some kind of dry paint over the top, so that in all the grooves there's loads and loads of reptilian sort of grooves, and sort of dark painty bits in there, and that's quite a nice touch. I was sort of getting this figure and thinking, ooh, you know, because I looked on it online and thought, I don't really want that figure. And I went to Toys R Us today, saw it, you know, actually with my own eyes, and thought, oh well, that's actually quite a nicely sculpted figure. I'll have that rather than the Vok robot. So it's quite nicely detailed. It's a pretty simple figure, because of course it is a 60s figure. And I would actually I'd recommend getting it, especially if you're really into the 60s sort of monsters. I think is it the first 60s monster? I mean, apart from some Daleks. I think it is. Oh, you've got the Cybermen, of course. But it's your first, I think it's the first, yeah, I think it is the first 60s monster that isn't a Cyberman or a Dalek. So that's quite a nice thing. I'd recommend getting it. It's well built. If you're under 5, it's still pretty good. You know, I mean, not many kids under 5 are going to want that. And it's pretty well detailed and it's pretty accurate to the real thing. So if you're a collector, I'd recommend getting that as well. And it seems as though it's one that you can play with quite a lot as well. And it looks nice with lots of classic series figures, I think. Yep. Sorry, I've got all my classic series figures to my top right, and yes, it'll look quite nice in that. So, thanks for watching. If you have any queries on the figure, or you're wondering where really to get it, or any kind of weird nonsense that humans may have, just post a comment or send me a message if you're really, really worried and you don't want anyone to find out that you're worried. Why you would be worried, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Post any queries or comments below, and subscribe to Doctor Who 4. Thanks for watching, and bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye.